Alright, so a quick video sample. Alcatel Onyx. It's raining today. Supposed to do a lot more today, but it ended up raining, so that cut down my activities. Staying in the house now. But still can come out here and use somewhat of a video sample on the Onyx. Alright guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. This is a 10-day review for the Alcatel Onyx. It's a Cricket phone. You can also get it in other places, obviously, but I've had this phone for 10 days, and I'm gonna kind of come at it as though I was a average consumer, because that's the way I like to review these phones. So the first thing is, you can grab this phone, I believe, for $39 with a port in on Cricket, right? But it's only $59 full cost. So bear that in mind when you decide to pick up a phone like this. So I'm gonna start with the hardware and design. And again, this is, I'm trying not to be techie about it, but I just want to talk to you, you know, like smartphone conversations. Let's just talk. Let's sit on the couch, or let's sit in the coffee shop, or wherever we're gonna sit and chill real quick. So this phone, the design of it, I like it. I think I said this in the unboxing too, but I like this. And the reason I like it is because of the soft touch matte feel. I don't need a case. It gives it some grip. I'm sure there's cases out there for this phone, but I just wouldn't get one because, you know, it's under 40 bucks for most people, because they're going to get a contract with it. But 60 bucks with this type of build quality, phones have come a long way. And this has this soft touch design on it. It's got the dual camera setup that's almost flush. You know what I'm saying? It's just got a little hint of a so-called camera bumps back there. You got an LED flash, you got fingerprint, this big Cricket logo here, yeah, whatever. Alcatel, you gotta promote your brand somewhere. But on this side, you got the SIM tray, and then you have the volume rock and power button. I love this setup like this. It's one of my favorite ways that I think phones should be set up. And you get your headphone jack, a noise canceling mic. You got the micro USB and the speaker and mic down there on the bottom. On the front, you obviously have this 5.5-inch display. Now, the design of this phone is great. I love it. You know, it's lightweight, thin, you know, it's good. So that's definitely not an issue for me. I really enjoy it. Now, features of this phone, the way the phone comes stock, and I'll go ahead and do that because, you know, this is one of the few times that I haven't been using a phone with the default launcher. I just haven't been doing it, man. The stock launcher seems so clunky, you know what I'm saying? So, but here is the stock launcher, and obviously you can see I've tried other launchers, and I'll talk about that in the other video, but this is the stock launcher, and I'm just not a fan of it. It just feels sluggish and clunky, and I don't know, my experience with it just hasn't been buttery smooth, you know, like the other launcher that I use. So, you know, that's the only reason that I'm using that, is because I gotta have a better experience with fluidity throughout the whole OS. And I don't like that scrolling left to right. You know what I'm saying? I like to go up and down. So this has been my setup right here for the way the phone, the software is concerned, and the features and everything. I've just been running Nova Launcher, and I've been just using the phone regularly. I put a couple of social media apps on here, things that I really need to be involved in, which is obviously Twitter and Instagram and YouTube. So in the same rotation with all my phones, pretty much you're gonna see phone, messages, Bible, email, and camera, and it's gonna look like that along the bottom of all of them. You know, it's just that's my default setup for my phones. But software and overall experience has been perfectly fine, man. I mean, it's not blazing fast with the stock launcher, but with this launcher on here, with Nova Launcher, it feels just as smooth and buttery smooth as any other phone that I've actually used, man. And I don't have complain about it with Nova Launcher. Without Nova Launcher, yes, it's kind of tough. So the software is fine for me. You know what I'm saying? It's running Oreo, which is fine. You know, the battery life is something that, here's a true story about that. One day I left it sitting because I was making phone calls and stuff like that. This has been my phone call / very little social media device, but I left it sitting, and it only died because I think I left the screen on or something like that. But it died after about sitting. It sat for a little over a day or something like that. But that's strange because I must have left something running, because this phone has fantastic battery. I mean, the battery life, it's just a hard phone to drain. It's a hard one to drain. So I was kind of surprised. So I was like, I must have left something running, you know. So and I came back and it was dead. So I plugged it up and it charged up really fast. I don't like micro USB cables, but it's not something that I can't work with. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of you deciding how you want to work with the phone. So, you know, the screen is nice. You know what I'm saying? I have no real complaints about the screen. They keep offering me that, man. I'll pull up a video here. Look, I hate tech reviews for phones. That's my tech right. I'm in my subscription list. He's obviously I'm subscribed to him, but let's go. I'm gonna have to check that out because I didn't get notification on that. Let's see here. Let's just go here. This is a high quality 4K 60 frames per second video.
What's going on, folks? It's your man Jay.
So let me pause this. The speaker is actually really loud on here. Now obviously we can't play this in 4K at 60 FPS because the phone is 720p.
Today we're gonna be talking
so the speaker, I mean the mic speaker on here is really loud. And this is 720p. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty decent, man. Video angles aren't the best, but again, you have to start looking at that price and how this phone is operating the same as the higher price phones. It's just not doing it as fast, and that's something that you should remember. So, you know, I'm cool with, you know, I'm fine with this phone being $60. I'm kind of surprised that the phone is full cost $60 when you consider all the phones out there that are running along this same line. And the cameras, you know what I'm saying? What did you think about the cameras? You know, it's totally worth it for this price. So if you are on Cricket, man, and you know, Cricket has a lot of phones around this price range though, and I haven't used them all, but I can definitely vouch for some phones, and seeing as though I have this one in my hand, there might be something out there that runs a heck of a lot better, but it also might cost more. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta keep that in mind. But other than that, man, I mean, 10 days with this phone, I don't have a complaint at this point. I mean, I told you what my complaint was. You know what I'm saying? Like the launcher, I just couldn't do the stock launcher. Other than that, it's been good. And I didn't use the camera. Honestly, I'm keeping it 100. I didn't use the cameras a whole bunch of times. I just use the cameras to shoot those quick little samples. And I said, you know, this is what it's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And then as far as phone calls though, I have made some phone calls, because again, some phones, you know, I just make phone calls on them. And this has been my, like, okay, so my Google Fi numbers for heavy use for phone calls. This is my second line right here. There's a phone number in this one, and I normally take that and that with me everywhere. But I've been putting this one aside and taking this one as my second phone, and the battery is just solid, man. It lasts easily for 2 to 3 days on a charge, maybe even more. Because I've actually only charged this twice since I had it in 10 days. And that first time, I think it died because like I said before, I think I left something running. I don't know what it is. But overall, man, I'm impressed so far with this phone. I mean, it's a pocket friendly budget phone, and the majority of the world, this is where they are. So if this is where you are and you're on Cricket and you were wondering about this phone, it's hot, man. It's a hot phone for $39. You know, it's right up there with my Moto G4, which was like $30 back in the day. But I had to go ahead and put this one out there, man. It's been 10 days. It's more going like more like 11 days or so probably right now. However, this is totally worth $60 full cost, man. If I were you and you were on Cricket, I wouldn't do a contract just to save, $20. It's $59.99 full cost, and then $39 if you port in. I mean, I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't start another contract. I would just go ahead and pay the $59. I know $20 is a lot nowadays, but I wouldn't want to be, and I know they don't have contracts, you know what I'm saying? But I guess I should say, if you're going to port a number in, obviously you're going to get it for $39, but I would say, just buy it outright and stay with your company that you got. I don't know, find somebody you know on Cricket and just have them buy it for you and unlock it and put it on your phone line, because most of these Cricket phones can be unlocked for like 50 cents, $1. Just look on eBay, you'll see. But it's your man Jay. I'll see you guys in the next video. This is 10 days with the Alcatel Onyx or the Alcatel 1X, depending on what region you're in. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.